Problem set number 1, page 3, number 7. What is the solution to the following equation? Well, looking at this equation, let's write it. When we're solving multi-step equations, we want to distribute, then combine any like terms, then move our x's to one side and our constants to another. So let's start by distributing. The 6 gets multiplied by everything inside. So 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. We're going to do the same thing on the right. We're going to distribute the 2. So 2 times 13 is 26. And 2 times negative x is negative 2x. Now I want to get all my x's to the left side. So the opposite of negative 2x is positive 2x. 6x plus 2x is 8x. I haven't done anything with the negative 18, and I haven't done anything with the 26. Negative 2x and positive 2x cancel out. Now I want to move this constant, this number without a letter, over to the right. So I'm going to add 18, because the opposite of minus 18 is plus 18. 8x I didn't do anything with. My 18, negative and positive, cancel out. And 26 plus 18 is 44. And now I want to get 1x. I have 8 x's, so the opposite of multiplying by 8 is dividing by 8. And x equals, my calculator gives me 5.5. But then, in order to get the final answer, I get 5.5, I do math, enter, enter, tell it I want a fraction, and it tells me 11 over 2. So that's math, enter, enter, gives me that 11 over 2. So my correct answer is C, 11 over 2. Number 8, what are the solutions of this equation? Anytime I see a squared, I think about factoring or graphing. But in order to do anything, I know that when I have a squared, I have to get everything to one side of the equation first. So this 3 is on the other side of the equation from all of its friends. The opposite of a positive 3 is a negative 3. I can't combine 3 with either term because this one has an x and this one has an x squared. So 2x squared minus x minus 3 equals 0. Now that it equals 0, I could factor that. But I am going to go to my graph, go to my calculator. I am going to press y equals. And I am going to type in 2x squared minus x minus 3. Exactly as it is in the equation, right in there into y equals. And now I'm going to look at the picture of the graph. If I didn't see my graph clearly, remember I would hit zoom 6 to get a nice square picture. And looking here, I can see that x equals, I can see that guy's at negative 1. But over here, it's between two numbers. So to do that, I'm going to hit second, trace, and I am finding a 0, right? That's the same word as root or solution, 0. I'm going to hit enter. Now I have my little spider guy. I am looking to see where the graph crosses the x-axis over here. So I'm going to go over, get as close as I can to that 0. It's asking me for a left bound. So now that I'm close to that 0, I'm going to press the left button once or twice, so I'm before the 0. And then I'm going to hit the right button till I get above the 0. I'm going to hit enter one more time, and it's going to tell me that I have 1.5. Remember, if you go above and below and it doesn't work, just reverse the order and then it'll work. Now, looking here, I don't have any decimals. So let's go out to my home screen, second quit, and I'm going to type in 1.5 math, and I want this fraction, so enter and enter one more time, and it tells me that 1.5 is 3 over 2. So I know that I have negative 1 and 3 over 2, or choice C. Number 9. Which system of linear inequalities best represents the graph shown below? Well, looking at this graph, I could compare the lines. We have the line that's at +1, right? +1 is the bottom graph here, the one that starts at +1. and I am underneath that line. So looking at the bottom graph, I want to be underneath or less than. And then when I look at the horizontal line of -2, I want to be above that. So I want to be above -2. So by looking at that, I can find choice B. If I wasn't sure, let's look in my shaded region and pick a point. The point 0, 0 is in my shaded region. Any point in my shaded region, this is an X value and a Y value. Go test the points. So is Y bigger than -2? Is 0, sorry. Y is 0. Is 0 bigger than -2? Yes. Is 0 bigger than 0 plus 1? Is 0 bigger? No, that doesn't work. Is 0 bigger or smaller than 0? Is 0 smaller than -2? No. So I automatically can see that it's B. So you can look at greater than is above the line, less than is below the line, or pick a point anywhere in the shaded region and plug those numbers in to see if they work. Describe the type of solution for the linear system of equations defined by this. So, in order to do this, we can again do elimination like we did back on page 1. The problem is that here they're not lined up. So before I could do elimination, I would have to add 4x and bring it over to the left. Instead, I'm going to do substitution. I'm going to take this equation here below the line, and I'm going to get y by itself. Since I have 6y, I'm going to simply divide by 6 on both sides. For the bottom, that now gives me y equals -4 divided by 6 is -2/3 x, and 12 divided by 6 is +2. Now that I know what y equals, I can go up here and find y, and I'm going to change it. So 2x plus 3, instead of y, I'm going to write parentheses, equals 15. Now I'm going to put what y equals inside those parentheses, -2/3 x plus 2. To solve this equation, I'm going to distribute. So I don't need to do anything with the 2x, but I'm going to multiply 3 by each term. 3 times -2/3 is -2x. 3 times 2 is +6 equals 15. Now I'm going to combine like terms. I have 2x terms over here. 2x minus 2x is 0. So I'm left with just 6 equals 15. 6 equals 15 has no letters left. But is that true? Does 6 equal 15? It doesn't. So since it doesn't work, it is no solution. Remember, if the letters go away and it does work, it's infinite solutions. And if the letters don't go away, it's going to be one solution. You can never have two solutions to two linear equations.